In 1958, carbon dioxide parts per million was at 316. Today, we are at about 391, and experts predict we will be at 400 in 5 years, as experts also state that we can't be above 350 carbon dioxide parts per million. There is a lot of cheerleading today about getting us back to 350, but cheerleading isn't preventing carbon dioxide from increasing. What is preventing us from getting back to 350 is everyone cheerleading for a solution is preventing the solution. But we do need to reduce our carbon dioxide concentration with education and real action, not cheerleading. The experts have determined that our carbon dioxide concentration can't be above 350 parts per million for Earth to continue to provide for us as we've become accustomed to. That means we have to get back to about 1990 levels as we continue to expand on everything that emits carbon dioxide. That means we need real action by every individual now, because clean energy decades from now is way too late if we don't want to emit the greenhouse gas that will break the environment's back. Carbon dioxide parts per million is about 391 today, and the experts predict that carbon dioxide parts per million will reach 400 in 5 years. That means that we will continue to get further away from 350 and much closer to the unknown number that will produce the predicted global devastation. No one knows what number will break the environment's back, but the global experts state we are getting dangerously close to it. Because cheerleading doesn't win the game, our environmental illiteracy is losing. 350.org's goal is to get Earth back to 350 carbon dioxide parts per million, but their cheerleading, and more importantly, their refusal to get the education and agenda the world needs implemented is only getting carbon dioxide parts per million to 400 and above. What cheerleading us to 400.org does is pick up the microphone Al Gore and Lori David put down, screaming for a solution they do not have and unknown to the world are actually suppressing. As the experts say, we are reaching 400 fast and approaching the point of no return. When I first presented Al Gore, the environmental educator, and its light years better environmental agenda, Earth was at about 353 carbon dioxide parts per million. Al and everyone else you could think of not being interested in the environmental solution the world needs has brought the world to 391 and getting us to 400 well before we ever turn back to 350. Today, the problem remains that everyone screaming for an environmental solution continues to refuse the one that will achieve desperately needed immediate results, as their solutions are achieving us to 400 and beyond carbon dioxide parts per million. The list of people and organizations who have no solution and refuses the education and agenda that meets every unaccomplished goal is lengthy. From Al Gore to Stephen Chu and the White House Not Environmental staff, to the United Nations Not Environmental Program, Clinton Global Initiative, NASA's James Hansen, Robert Redford and Sundance, Lori David and Getting Earth Hotter, Harvard and Bill McKibben and cheerleading us to 400.org, to everyone else who is screaming louder and louder for an environmental solution they will not allow, which is why the world needs new environmental leadership if we stand a chance of getting back to 350. In order to reverse carbon dioxide parts per million and give us a chance of preventing emitting the greenhouse gas that will break the environment's back, we need to go back to Al Gore's initial goal of gaining individual cooperation before he gave it up and reduced his efforts to clean energy decades from now. We have to end the cheerleading whose only results are getting us closer to going over the edge into global devastation, and replace it with everyone doing real actions that will get real results all day, every day.